Hi everybody, this is just a short video on some of the posture break exercises that we recommend in our ergonomics component of the webinar, Adaptability. So these are just ones that you do every half hour. Now remember, we recommend the app on the Chiropractic Association website. You can download that and it has posture breaks in it. So every half an hour, sort of a minute or two, giving yourself a posture break. So the first one we recommend is the wall sit. So we're just taking our weight against the wall, about 110 degrees, not 90. And if you imagine a 90-degree angle going from the knees down there, we like the feet to be out in front of that. The other thing that I recommend is another little addition. If you get tired in this position too, you can just move up and down a little bit, but it's really about the hold that we're trying to do here. It's more of a hold. And then we can actually visualize we're spreading the carpet. We're activating these muscles here to pull out that way, but we're not actually moving the legs. That's another nice addition to it to help stabilize through your pelvis as well. And you can hold that for say 30 seconds to a minute. The next one that you can actually do at the same time with this is, if you've got enough room, just getting your hands against the wall like this, and you can just go, and then we just few deep breaths and bring the arm up and down, and you're just sort of gliding the forearms and the back of the hand on the wall, and that gets some good movement into the shoulders. The next one, when we look at the shoulders, we'll go to a posture reset. So just coming nice and straight like this. This is a good way just to be aware of your posture. Coming flat against the wall. We're just thinking about our ear being in line with our shoulder through our hip down to our ankle. And rather than doing this with your shoulders, we sort of say pull your shoulders back. Rather than think of it like that, bring them back like this, everything gets in alignment, and move up and down and pull down is a good way of keeping that alignment. Because pulling back sort of pushes your head forward. So we want to be doing more. We can roll and pull down like that is a good one. We're in this position, we're sort of elevating the head, lifting up the diaphragm, and then activating the core. So we're bracing, not sucking in or pushing out. So we can use our fingers to actually stimulate the core at the same time. So that's a really good one. The next one is the one-legged stand. So we go like on one leg like this, and you can use the wall. If you imagine there's a wall there, we can touch the wall and maintain balance. And we want to have your eyes closed for 30 seconds, or about 20 seconds is a good goal. If you're too wobbly, just use the wall, but work up to getting your balance back by using your hands on the wall like that. Remember, we're trying to activate the nervous system, so balance and complex movements are the thing that does that, and we're sort of doing more dynamic movements because that activates the nervous system. When you're sitting for long periods, you're getting lack of stimulation and poor posture, and those two things are what causes tight muscles. So the last thing we're going to be doing is stretching the trap, because that's not getting to the issue. The issue is that these muscles like through here get weaker because of the sitting. This then pulls up, so that's what we recommend, this kind of a movement. So up, down, you can do a qigong version of that where you bring up the wrists like this and go up and down. You can also bring external rotation into it by looking like a scarecrow and then pulling back like this. That's another good dynamic stretch as well, because we tend to internally rotate. Another way is when we can go down on our knees a little bit, make sure we've got that good posture, tensing up the core again, activating the core. We can use these TheraBand, rubber band things we can provide you with, and you can do various movements with those, like an external rotation here in different planes is good as well. Also lots of these sorts of movements. We can also bring your shoulder over this way. You can reach, try and grab your hands there. You can utilize the wall to help you with that sort of thing. When you are sitting, another way to be aware of your alignment is pushing your arms up like this and then coming straight out of the chair. It helps you sort of get that nice curve in your back. And we can also consider doing a squat as a posture break. So ancestrally, we used to sit in a squat position all the time socially. And so it's really interesting when you think about it, that closed, compact position that you get from a squat, you just don't get from a chair. So you get that the squeezing of all the joints, which helps the nutrient supply, but also stimulates all the ligaments, and which are really full of nerves to help regulate nervous system function. So it's a good one. If you feel like you've got to lift up your hips, so you've got knee problems, obviously you're going to have to limit that, but you can use the wall. I can get down fine like this with a bit of a heel, but if you don't, then you can just hold on to something and get down into that position. Just hold it maybe for 10, 15 seconds. Just do a little bit at a time and build up from there. And that's a great one as a posture break as well. We can also just march on the spot is a good way of getting those knees right up. It gets the full range of movement through the pelvis, which that doesn't happen when you're sitting down. And I think we've covered all the posture breaks I can think of for now. So hopefully they'll have some use to you, and thanks for watching.